Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be learning about reported speech in conversations while revisiting the key rules we discussed in my previous video. Before we dive into examples of converting direct speech into indirect speech, take a moment to jot down the essential rules. Let's get started. Alright friends, let's start by recalling the rules. First rule, removing the quotation mark. Then identifying the types of sentences. How many types of sentences are there? Yes, you're absolutely right. There are four types. Can you name them? That's correct. They are assertive or declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory. Right? Now, quickly tell me the appropriate reporting verb for each type. Yes. For assertive or declarative sentences, we use told or said with that conjunction that. For interrogative sentences, asked. If it is yes or no questions, use if for whether. If it is WH questions, use the WH itself. So, we introduce it with if or whether for yes or no questions. If it starts with the WH word, we keep the WH word at the beginning of the reported sentence. Next one, imperative sentence. For imperative sentences, reporting verb will be requested, ordered, commanded, advised, plus you should use to. Then for exclamatory sentences, use exclaimed that. After that, as the same rules. Adjust tenses and pronouns, like change the nouns into pronouns like he, she, they, her, him, them, it, according to the question. Then changing time and place. Then first important rule is first use subject, after that verb, and end all the sentences with the full stop. Alright, next other important rules are, as we discussed in my previous video, direct speech, all these verbs, tense, place, time will change to in a different in indirect speech. Like do, does will change to did, is, am, are, present tense verbs. Simple present tense will change to simple past tense, were is there in a direct speech, it will change to had. Has, have in a present perfect tense will change to had. As past perfect tense, did will change to had done. Then was doing to had been doing. Shall, should, will, would, can, could, must, had to. Do not will change to not to. And the time frame and the place here will change to there. Tomorrow, the next day, yesterday, the previous day, these, those, today, that day, now, then, tonight, that night. Hope you remember all these rules. Okay, let's get started with the examples. Let's analyze the first conversation carefully. Alright, everyone, here is our first example. Report the following conversation. Let me read the question out loud for you. Listen carefully, and together we will convert it into reported speech by carefully applying the rules. Take your time, don't rush. It's important to understand the question thoroughly before making the transformation. Make sure to apply the rules correctly for an accurate and perfect conversation. Let's get started. Here, the first example, Petra. I see the guard over there waiting for me. Now, first rule is identify the sentence. What kind of a sentence it is? I see the guard over there waiting for me. One simple statement which is ending with the full stop. So it is assertive or declarative sentence, right? If it is assertive or declarative sentence, what should be the first reporting verb? Yes, told. Petra told to whom? Donalara. Petra told Donalara that. So, since it is in assertive, you should use that conjunction that. So, Petra told Donalara. Now I will change to correct. She. I is referring to Petra, so it will change to she. Then see is in which tense? It is in present tense. Past form of see is saw. Petra told Donalara that she see the guard over there waiting for me will change to what? Her. Okay, me will change to her. Okay, so the first sentence is an assertive sentence. So you're going to use told as a reporting verb. Petra told Donalara that she saw the guard over there waiting for her. Now let me see the second one, second conversation. Donalara, do not remain for more than 10 minutes. Do not remain for more than 10 minutes. What kind of a sentence? It is a yes, it is imperative, and as we know the rules, do not will change to not to. Correct? So, Donalara told Petra, do not will change to not to. So, not to remain for more than 10 minutes. That's all. The next one, Petra. I will be back soon. I will be back soon. What kind of a sentence it is? I will be back soon. Again, it is assertive. You're absolutely correct. So, Petra told, because it is assertive, we should use reporting verb told. Told Donalara that again it is referring to Petra, so I should use she instead of I, she, and will change to would. So she would be back soon. Then, Donalara, will you wait for a moment? So, first identify the sentence. What kind of sentence it is? Whether it is assertive, interrogative, imperative, or exclamatory. It is easy to identify because this question is ending with question mark and it is beginning with not with WH, right? With the helping verbs. So, will you wait for a moment? It is interrogative sentence, of course. In interrogative, it is yes or no question. If it is yes or no question, you should use if or whether. If or whether. So, Donalara asked Petra whether. Immediately you should use after the reporting verb, you should use if or whether for interrogative yes or no questions. Okay. So Donalara asked Petra whether after you can use if or whether anyone anything. Okay. So now the immediately you should use the subject. You means here Petra. So it will change to she. Whether she will change to would. Whether she would wait for a moment. Correct? The next one, Petra. What does the Senora wish? Again, what kind of a sentence it is? Yes, it is ending with question mark. It is interrogative. You should use the reporting verb asked. And the question is with what? It is started with what? So you should use the WH itself. So Petra asked Donalara what? And here the subject is the Senora. What the Senora And hope you remember in my previous video we discussed does wish, do use. Okay, will change to only to the simple past tense. That means does wish will change to wished. Do not make does as did. Okay, let us see the answer. Okay, Petra told Donna that she saw the guard over there waiting for her, correct? Donna told Petra not to remain for more than 10 minutes. Petra replied Lara that she would be back soon. Then Lara asked her whether she would wait for a moment. Petra asked what the Senora wished. She's asking to whom? To Donna Lara. All right, students, I hope you have understood this concept clearly. Feel free to pause the video whenever needed to review the rules carefully. Pay close attention to the highlighted and underlined parts. Okay, here highlighted and underlined parts as they indicate the key changes made in the answer. You should focus on that highlighted and underlined parts in the answer. Make sure to focus on these modifications to grasp the transformation process effectively. Okay, let's discuss one more example. Here, teacher, why are you standing here, Smita? What kind of a sentence it is? Yes. Even in this question, apply the same rules carefully and you will be able to convert it with ease. Okay. Follow the step-by-step approach, ensuring that pronouns, tenses, and sentence structure are adjusted correctly. Okay. Now here also, the teacher. Why are you standing here, Smita? So what kind of sentence it is? Yes. Interrogative. In interrogative, it is a WH question. So teacher is asking whom? Smita. So teacher, here reporting verb is asked. Teacher asked Smita and you will begin with why itself because it is a interrogative WH question. So why? Then you should go to the subject. She, you is referring to Smita, will change to she. Why she? Since she is in singular form, R will change to was. That is in simple past tense. Was. Why she was standing and according to the rules, here will change to there. Okay, so teacher asked Smita why she was standing there. Then Smita, what she is replying here? I'm waiting for the bus, sir. Okay, again it is a simple statement wherein she replied to the teacher. So it is assertive or declarative sentence. So Smita told or replied the teacher that I am will change to she was waiting for the bus. The next one, teacher, will the bus come now? What kind of sentence? What type of sentence it is? Yes, you are correct. It is interrogative yes or no question. Yes or no question. So, will the bus come now? Teacher asked Smita whether or if the subject here is the bus. Whether the bus will change to would. Whether the bus would come now will change to then. Okay. Next one, Smita. She answered, yes, sir, it would. So whenever there is yes or no, if it is yes, use phrase affirmatively. If it is no, use negatively. So Smita replied, right? Smita replied affirmatively or positively, and she further told that it would. You have to connect the sentence by using further told that. It will change to would. Now, teacher, if you don't get the bus, go by auto. Go by auto. It is a suggestion what the teacher suggested to Smita. She's just advising. So you have to change this as teacher advised Smita to, because it is imperative, right? You should use to. Teacher advised Smita to go by auto if you will change to she. If she don't will change to did not. Correct? Didn't get the bus. Let's see the answer. S. Hope you are getting this. Hope you understood. See the necessary changes which is highlighted and underlined. Okay. And all the highlighted and underlined parts are indicating the changes which is made to indirect speech to the reported speech. Okay. Wherever necessary, review the rules carefully, pause the video, and try to answer it on your own. Let's discuss the next one. Donalara, you should have asked permission to sit on this bench. If you see this question, again it is assertive. So, Donalara is telling to whom? To Don Gonzalo. So, Donalara told Gonzalo that you is referring to Gonzalo. So, you should use he. Here, you is referring to whom? To Gonzalo. So, he should is already is converted. It is in past perfect tense. So, should will remain as should only. Should have asked permission to sit on that bench. This will change to that. Remember the rule. Okay. Now, Gonzalo, Don Gonzalo, the benches here are public property. Again, it is assertive sentence. You can use replied. Gonzalo replied Lara that the benches here will change to very good. There. Then are is in present tense helping verb. It has to change to where. The benches here were public property. Now see the answer here. See the highlighted part. He should have asked. Don Gonzalo told Lara that the benches there were public property. And the third one, Donna Lara, why did you complain about the priest then? Again, it is interrogative, WH question. See the answer. We used reporting verb asked. Donalara asked whom? Gonzalo. Donalara asked Gonzalo, and you will start with why itself. Why? Then the subject should come. You refers to whom? To Gonzalo. So it should be he. Then you should understand, students, this is very much important. Did is in which tense? It is in past tense. So when there is past tense verb, when you change into indirect speech, you should use had. You should use had. So did will change to had. Complain will change to complained. So see the answer here. Had complained. What is this? Had complained about the priests. Then it's same. Then if it is no, now it will change to then. If there is then itself, it remains the same. Then, Don Gonzalo, are you taunting me? Are you taunting me? Identify the sentence. What type of sentence it is? Yes, it is interrogative, yes or no question. As you know, interrogative reporting verb asked or question. Who is asking to whom? Gonzalo asked Laura. We should use if or whether. We used here if. You is referring to Laura. That's why you will change to she. Okay. She was. Why she was taunting me will change to him. Then the last one, Donalara. Don't grumble. And don't will change to not to. So Donalara told Don Gonzalo not to grumble. Not to grumble. Okay. Hope you understood everything, all the rules, the conversation with the different types of sentences we have discussed here. Now, I have a work for you. It's your turn. I have given one example. You should convert this into indirect speech. Again, wherever you need help, necessary, feel free to pause the video and review the rules carefully and see the answers we have already discussed. Pay attention, close attention to the highlighted and underlined parts in the answers. Okay, and by applying rules step by step, give an accurate answer for this. Now, here, thank you for watching. Wishing you all the best for your exams. To enhance your understanding, feel free to rewatch the video as many times as needed. For more insightful and helpful lessons, subscribe to my channel. Stay updated with the new content. Thank you.